Good evening. New Orleans, a town of mystery and intrigue. People come from all over the world to take part in its many celebrations. Many have come, many have lived, many have died. They have cemeteries. They even give tours of. A lot of mystical happenings, strange goings-ons. But for now, we're going to focus on one small little thing. One aspect of the society. That of the living dead, the kindred, the vampire. Here in New Orleans, they're a strange group. Our main protagonists are all from one clan, that of the illustrious clan Gangrel. One, a college professor. The other two, miscreants and students. Tonight we find these young Gangrel just leaving the Elysium, or ready to leave the Elysium. If they're wanting to stay and talk, that's up to them. What will they do?
Well, Sasha being the more confident of these two sisters, she's going to be kind of twirling her dreadlocks kind of as they're walking out, kind of just talking to Alex, kind of going, "Darling, that Nosferatu is just so wanting to get in me, but I don't know. It's just way too creepy. Way too creepy."
I like the Nos. They're unique in a way.
Hmm. Well, they're cute in a sort of way, you know. I do like how they go invisible. And so many teeth. She kind of smiles wickedly.
Mm. Well, the big guy really likes you anyway. That's for sure. But you can't fuck everything you see, Sasha.
I don't usually. So anyway, the sex is all part of the fun, and I usually get what I want afterwards anyway when they tell me everything. She kind of smiles kind of widely, and she kind of twirls your hair as well.
Mm. So, are we staying in the city or are we going back to the manor?
Let's go have some fun. I mean, it's been way too long since we've had a night club. And she kind of looks around, seeing who else is around.
Saoirse's there. She's kind of listening in on your conversation because she's not too far away, but she walks up and, Sasha, you know there are more ways to get information than fucking people.
Is everyone always giving out to fuck everybody? Seriously, that's not fair. You weren't there when I got all the info on the Bruja and what I had to do to get that info. Alex remembers that, poor fucker, right?
That was fun.
What sort of info did you get?
Oh, I could tell where. Well, actually, I'll let Alex explain. She was much more entranced at what I was doing. She winked.
Well, was more focused on the fact you tore his dick off with your teeth.
Well,
Huh.
that is something.
Oh, don't worry, I got my claws real deep into him after she was done.
I bet she did. She just kind of laughs and, but the info, what did you get?
I got names, dates, where the ghouls are, where his herds are. Darling, she kind of very, very excitedly takes Circe's hand. I got everything he wanted, and he still came back wanting to fuck me.
Well, I have to say that I'm impressed.
So, are you going to spy on us, or do you want to come clubbing with me and Alex as she squeezes Alex's hand?
She considers this for a moment, pretending to think about just spying on you guys for a while, but she's like, no, I believe I'll come with you.
Yay. And Sasha kind of claps her hands excitedly, and, well, the date then is she kind of, basically she starts to skip expecting Alex to do the same kind of as they head into the town.
Alex just kind of stands there as you skip off, just staring at Saoirse.
As she follows along behind them, just kind of laughing and shaking her head at them, thinking how cute they are.
Cute. That's a word I wouldn't use.
It's in her head.
In that case, the three leave the Elysium. And they see the prince's car out front as it's starting to pull away, and then you see a light. Several of them appear as the car quickly accelerates. And then there's bursts of fire on the hood of the car and on the ground behind it.
How far in front of this did this happen?
Probably a few hundred feet.
Saoirse sees this and she suddenly will stop and kind of grab the other two, uh, pulling them to a stop, just in case they didn't see what she saw. Did you see that?
I didn't know the prince had a hot rod.
Well, anything catching on fire is a little scary, I think.
And
You
while
get
you're
very
standing there, you see the car still moving and the back door open and something moved very quickly out of it.
Alex just kind of looks around, trying to see what she has like, any idea where the fire came from, or it's just erupted.
You see three individuals, two close to each other, one further away. The one further away is running. The other two in that general direction look to be being assaulted by somebody who just came out of the car.
How about we go say hi?
Yeah.
Alex just gonna start walking off towards these two people.
Yeah, Sasha's gonna whip out her magnum and kind of just follow, kind of quietly creeping along behind Alex.
Yeah, Saoirse's already been heading in that direction. Like, fuck this. She wants to see what's going on.
And as you get up closer, you see that the prince has beaten the two people very quickly into unconsciousness. And you see the sheriff coming from the somewhat same direction you guys are towards this, and he nods to the prince, who then, in a burst of speed, takes off after the third person.
We missed out on all the fun. What the fuck?
Maybe we should go check the car. Or go, well, follow it maybe.
Saoirse's gonna walk up to the prince, and good evening, my prince. What happened here?
The prince went running off after the third person.
Oh, you didn't. I didn't hear you say that. I thought that the sheriff was running off after the third person.
No, the sheriff is staying to collect these two.
Oh, okay, well then she'll walk up to the sheriff and ask what happened.
It looks like somebody decided to attack our dear prince. Somebody who's unhappy with the way things are. Happens once in a while. We give them freedom to live and come to Elysium and enjoy the night, and they decide to use it as a way to get to people like the prince. They're lucky Serena didn't come out and get them.
I suppose. Were they anarchs?
We'll find out once we interrogate them.
Anything I can do to help?
Go about your business. Have a wonderful evening.
You have a wonderful evening yourself. And she smiles graciously and walks off back towards Alex and Sasha.
Oh, Saoirse, always trying to help.
What did the sheriff want? Do you want to get in your pants again? He winks.
Nay, not this time. He told me that these people attacked the prince. They are unhappy with the way things are. I'm not sure if they're anarchs or not.
What if you want, you can find out who they are. There's like a slow, menacing smile just comes across Sasha's face. I mean, isn't there those guys downtown that always complain about things? You know?
Aye, there are. We were heading that way anyway, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. And I bet I can get us in quite easily. Well, we could have a little fun and make it look good in front of the sheriff. That way, I can get what I want, and so Alex can get a bit more domain for me. She kind of smiles at Alex, teasing.
Saoirse smiles and, aye, well, let's go see what we can find out then.
I just want an arcade mounted on my mantelpiece.
Not again, Sasha. It stunk up the house last time. Not again. She kinda, you see Saoirse face palming.
Saoirse just smiles at Alex and, well, let's see what we can do about that, huh?
Well, let's see what we will do about that. I get bored very easily.
But there's a masquerade, Alex, remember? Remember, we can't get in trouble again.
Hmm. And people wonder why I don't like the city. Hmm.
Well, let's go. Let's see what we can dig up.
And with that, our trio of trollops and fixers, troublemakers, that's the word, make their way downtown. That's really more towards the French Quarter. That's where all the good clubs are at. It's where the people who speak any dissent do so quietly. What kind of club are you wanting to go to tonight? Something a little more high-end? Something divey, underground? What?
Sasha's wanting something a little fun. She hasn't been out in a while. She has to listen to Alex kind of giving out that she doesn't like people. So Sasha's going to go out to the one that has the most, free people in Sasha's mind. And so that would be more kind of the dive bars where more kind of adventurous people might wander in. She's kind of wandering around, kind of twirling her dreadlocks, kind of just looking for any sort of more risque, maybe.
You find one. There's a, let's say, fetishy type dive club.
Ooh.
People in leather and harnesses and collars and high heel boots and whole shebang.
Ooh. She kind of clicks both of her boots together and kind of turns. Well, ducklings, should we go in?
You want to go in there?
Do you not want to get a bit of fun first, before we go kill people or do everything? She whispers into the ear quite carefully. I mean, I do like it when there's a lot of toys involved.
Aye, Sasha. All right.
Hmm.
Alex?
This place smells funny.
Well, it smells a lot like leather.
And sweat.
Aye.
Oh, whatever you do, Warren. I'll just sit by and watch.
That's my girl. She kind of smiles warmly and starts
Right.
seductively walking toward the bouncer.
Saoirse follows suit.
And you get up to the bouncer and they say, ID, please.
She hands him her ID. she's Marie DeClaire, 22. Still has the dreadlocks and everything, so it's good.
Alright, he looks it up, compares it to you. Alright.
Saoirse hands her ID. It's her regular ID with her name, and her age is 28.
Alright.
Alex hands him her ID. Bearing in mind this was Alex's ID back from when she was in Brace, so I'm guessing it's around about, 10 years out of date?
Probably.
Yep. So she gives him that and just stares at him.
Do you have a valid one?
No. Why would I have that? That one works just fine.
You're supposed to go and get a new one when it expires? That's how this kind of works?
You are? Huh. I haven't been around for a while. Oh well. That works though, right?
No, Dollface, it doesn't.
She just kind of looks down to Saoirse and Sasha. And you can see in Alex's face that she looks quite upset.
Well, Sasha's already moved in, not expecting you to be held up.
Mm.
Saoirse sees the look of being upset on Alex's face, and she will let's see. She'll walk up to the bouncer, and this would be appearance subterfuge.
What are you trying to do?
She's trying to basically seduce him into letting Alex in the door with her looks. And she goes up to him and she kind of looks at him with a very seductive look and says, come on, you know you want to let her in. She's just, well, look at her.
She just forgot.
She just forgot to renew her ID. She's with me.
Yeah, well, just letting somebody in could get me in a lot of trouble, darling.
Well, I'll make sure that it's worth the trouble. And she winks.
Alright then. Sure, yeah, I can let her in.
Thank you. I'll be seeing you later.
Oh, you certainly will.
Alex starts to walk past the bouncer and then just stops for a moment and looks up to him. Thank you. I'll be seeing you later. And then just walks into the bar.
Inside, you see
Saoirse.
very dark. There's a few spots of light, and they seem to be highlighting people in various sexual acts of all sort of sadomasochistic endeavors, whips, chains, floggers. You even hear a stun gun going off on occasion.
Saoirse just kind of looks around and she looks at Alex and says, are you all right?
Oh, don't worry about me, I'm fine. More curious to why here. Kink isn't really my thing.
So she wanted to have some fun. So I figure we'll let her. She gets what she wants. We'll get what we want later.
Oh. I'll hold you up to that.
Saoirse smiles and winks at Alex and turns her attention to Sasha to see her reaction to this place.
Sasha's kind of curiously kind of gazing at some of maybe the gimps and all that, kind of just like cocking her head slowly, kind of just not really sure of how they can bend that way, but she's fascinated. She's not more wanting to be engaged, she's just more wanting to just go, oh. But she kind of looks around. I'm assuming there's a dance floor as well, correct?
Not on this floor.
Okay. She kind of is bored then immediately. She wants to dance and she wants to, gain some lovely fella's attention and, have her wicked ways. So she kind of strolled up by Actually, she playfully kind of strokes one of the kind of leather fellas and just looks at him going, "Oh, so shiny, so firm." And she kind of winks at him as well as she kind of is striding up, kind of not even looking around to see if the other two are following. Just it was this very sort of sway to her hips, kind of, and just like unloosing her ponytail of dreadlocks and just striding up the stairs.
And upstairs, it's very thick with smoke. You can see the dance floor on the other end, on the far end of the room. A deep bass throbbing, and it seems the door to up here seems to keep out most of the sound, so downstairs isn't disturbed. And you see a gentleman sitting in a throne of sorts, almost. Down on one side of the room, he has a large number of people around him. They all seem to be fawning over him.
Well, Sasha doesn't go getting on her knees willingly, so she is going to try to get this fella's throne's attention by just being herself and her natural seductive nature. She's going to stride through the smoke kind of filled thing and just basically start dancing using her natural beauty to try and get this guy's attention. So if I have to roll for that, would that be appearance performance? I'm thinking.
Yeah, if you're trying to use your looks to get his attention, it's definitely appearance. If you're trying to dance, yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, she can boogie. That's 6 dice and specialty as well. Oh no, 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 no. That did not go well.
And you're trying to be all seductive and alluring, and you bump into somebody, and that kind of throws you off because you weren't expecting it, and next thing you know, you're on your hands and knees on the floor after bouncing off a few people on the dance floor, and people are like, "Darling, you can have sex downstairs."
She kind of gets up and kind of purposely giggles to herself and puts her hand in like this and, "Oh, don't mind me, darling. I just had a bit too much to drink and I can have sex wherever I like." She kind of has this wicked smile then.
No, if you have sex up here, you'll get kicked out pretty fast.
That's if we get caught.
Oh, trust me, he has cameras everywhere.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Who's she kind of? I'm assuming she's talking to some fella in the dance floor, the guy in the throne. So she's kind of gonna look over and go, "Who's that guy there, acting all lordsy?"
He's the owner. He likes to call himself Baron Symmetry or something. Some crazy black guy. You notice that he has a top hat sitting on a little pedestal next to him, and his face is painted white, so through the smoke you didn't realize it at first. But now that you're like actually looking more intently at him, you see it's almost painted like a skull on his face.
Well, how does one go talk to this Baron in his humble abode?
Oh, you only talk to him if he invites you over.
How do you get invited then? She kind of is starting to lose her patience a bit.
Honestly, I don't know. I've never been invited.
Well, that's a shame. She kind of just flicks her she kind of flicks her dreadlocks kind of just more or less at his face, kind of in this, "I'm done talking to you" kind of thing, and she's just going to stride among the crowd, trying to get closer to see if she can garner any attention, really.
Alright, and what are the other two doing?
Alex would be eventually tailing Sasha upstairs. Probably about this time actually getting to the top of the stairs, pushing a few creeps off of her. And just
People here actually aren't touching you unless you kind of give it some sort of signal saying it's okay.
yeah, and Alex gets up to the second floor and sees Sasha on her hands and knees. Yeah. She kind of just goes off to the side and leans against one of the walls, just watching her.
Saoirse is following Alex, wanting to keep an eye on her, and and keep an eye on Sasha as well. She's just kind of making her way through the crowd, keeping her eyes open for anything suspicious, and gets upstairs in time to see Sasha picking herself up off the floor and speaking to this guy. And she will go off to the side, but a different side than Alex is on, just kind of surveying the room and keeping an eye on things.
Well, you both noticed this gentleman. He looks pretty well built, sitting on a throne of sorts off to one side of the room. As you're purveying the room.
And she wonders to herself who is so arrogant that they have seated themselves on a throne in this room. She'll keep that thought to herself for right now, though.
You're welcome to roll intelligence to see if you know. You've been around a while.
Okay, hang on a second. Nope, she doesn't know anything. It's not a botch.
Maybe I should get a throne. That's cool, right? Huh. Yeah. And how many people are actually surrounding this guy on the throne?
There's about 8 people, 2 men, 6 women.
Yeah, Alex is gonna just... And there's a top hat, right? Just making sure there's a top hat next to him.
Yes.
Yeah, Alex is gonna walk up to the throne and just stand there staring at him, basically.
Good evening, darling. How may I help you?
Why you got the face paint? Oh, that's a nice hat. Huh. I like top hats.
The face paint is because I'm a voodoo prince. The top hat is because it is damn sexy, man.
Huh. Voodoo. That's a weird one.
Not so weird as the Santeria or that new pagany witchcraft crap.
See, I don't really get gloves very well, but can I try on your top hat?
would normally say no, but for you, I will still say no. It's a very special topaz. You cannot just let anybody walk in and wear it.
I'm not anybody, though.
Oh, and what makes you special, little girl?
You don't know who I am, that's good. Nothing makes me special, nothing at all.
Of course not, Alex. Of course not.
And that's why it's scary, in fact. Oh well.
Are you and your sister having fun?
Oh, so you do know who we are, that's good. Well, Alex just kind of turns around looking at Sasha. She looks to be in a bit over her head for once.
It happens. Not everybody can be ready for every situation. That's why we have the magics, man.
Magic. I don't care for much magic, in fact. I'm bored now. I'm gonna leave, okay? Bye. And she just kind
Goodbye.
of turns around and just starts walking towards Sasha.
Sasha looks decidedly furious at you for like after all her efforts and got up to see this man on the throne by just walking bloody up to him, and that's Sasha's mindset. It's like she kind of stares there, hands on her hips, kind of looking furiously, going, "How did you? How? How did you? How did you get up
What?
there?"
I walked over there and said hi.
Just
I
Sasha
like
just
the
kind of
direct approach. It works out a lot more.
Saoirse goes over to Alex and, who was that guy?
I don't know, some scary voodoo top hat man. I like him.
Voodoo.
Yeah, he keeps mentioning voodoo and magic and I just got bored. I don't like that shit.
Interesting. And that kind of sparks Saoirse's interest because she does like that shit. Um, uh, do you know why he's sitting on a throne?
I don't know, 'cause it's warm?
Fair enough.
let's go ask him.
I know, let's go see him. And she just kind of grabs Saoirse's hand and just starts walking back over.
That's just kind of bullying in front. Sasha's kind of bullying in front of you guys, like, "God damn it, I am not the you know." And she's kind of just cuts quickly in front of Alex and kind of just walks up the stage. And
Mr. Top Hat Voodoo Man, I brought a friend. She likes voodoo shit. Here, talk.
Good evening, Saoirse. And Sasha.
You know my name.
You know my name.
Of course I know your name. I know all our people's names.
oh, do you just know names, or do you know many things?
Oh, I know a great many things.
Like, she kind of takes a step towards him, kind of just pretending to be awed by his presence, like twirling her dreadlocks.
That you like to sleep the information out of people.
Mm. That's one way.
And Miss Saoirse, she's got quite the style.
Saoirse smiles at this. Aye, that I do.
Miss Alana is a very nice lady. She takes care of her friends.
Aye, that she does. And she's taught me to do the same thing.
I would certainly hope so, otherwise you wasn't paying attention to your lessons.
Nay, I'm a very good student.
Excellent, then I should expect you all to respect my domain.
Of course.
Perfect, perfect. So what brings you here tonight?
These two are horny.
Alex,
What? You are though, right?
what my sister meant to say is we wanted to come here and enjoy the scene and figure out what the voodoo hoodoo has to do with all these things.
The voodoo hoodoo. You don't sound like a believer, man.
Well, as Miss Saoirse told me, everything has to be questioned, so I like to be 100% sure before I jump into things.
Very well then. I will give you a tour. And he stands up and extends his hand and a cane appears in it. And he picks up his top hat and puts it on.
Sasha, if she allows it, kind of slides her arm in his, kind of acting very sort of like, yeah, that's right. You know what I mean?
And he leads you three, if you're all following, to a side room. And inside it's a plushly decorated private room. It has a balcony looking down over the first floor. And you notice a couple people chained to a wall.
How high are these people? Like, are they up high on the wall, or is it just like directly in front of us?
They're on the wall to your right as you come in.
Mm-hmm.
But they're
Sasha
both stark naked, and they look kind of dazed and out of it.
Sasha kind of, while she's holding on to this gentleman, kind of grips Alex's hand quite tightly, more so than usual.
Like I said, horny.
Yes, well, in my domain, I ask that you don't feed without permission. And that can change night to night depending on who I have in attendance. Preferably, I would prefer you come in here and use these blood dolls. Because feeding on the main floor or out on the dance floor area is a bit too much of a risk for my test. Is that kosher, man?
Yeah.
Aye.
Otherwise, you're welcome to fuck and play and whatnot. Don't kill anybody. And don't irreparably harm them. That is all I ask. Simple, what do they call it? Safe, sane, consensual something.
Well, this is quite a place you got here.
Yes, it is a good place for me to be all free and do the voodoo and magic stuff and actually be doing the blood magic and nobody even knows.
May I ask your name?
Symmetry. Baron Symmetry.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Baron Dimitri.
Can I ask, did you see anything about, she kind of whispers into Sumitu's ear, about a prince getting a bit ruckus? Maybe you heard something?
No, I hear things that people are unhappy with him taking the Sombra for a scourge, but she seems to obey him, so I do not see the problem with it. She obeys him completely.
Mm-hmm. It's just that, well, we were just looking for some people who got a bit rough with the prince, and we were wondering, since you're such a big, club, and maybe some people came off to blow off steam.
Oh no, the Anarchs don't come around here. They know better. They know that I don't tolerate their views in my club. As much as I try to make this a friendly place for anybody that wants to come in, I have my limits. You know, man?
I know, I get you. She kind of smiles very sweetly. Would you mind telling me where the anarchs might be going, so I could talk to some of them, maybe?
Yeah, talk.
Let's see. They usually stay more towards the outskirts. I know a friend of mine, Miss Collins, she's out there. She runs a little clinic on the outskirts of town, man. And she might know more where they are specifically.
Could you ring ahead and tell her that we had our dinner?
Aye, I can tell her that you're on your way.
Hmm.
She likes
And what
the
would it
company.
take? And what would it take to get your attention, Mr. Sendri?
Far more than you have, my dear.
I like you. You don't always say yes. She kind of smiles wickedly.
That I don't. I like to make it special, if you know what I mean.
If Sasha could blush, she would.
You see Alex just kind of roll her eyes behind you.
Miss Saoirse just kind of shakes her head.
She kind of, they probably want me to go, but if I do this job well, maybe I can come see you again. You and I could exchange a little info.
We'll see what you have to offer, kiddo.
Kiddo, that's cute. She kind of spins on her heel, kind of just striding by Sasha. Well, Alex.
Like I said, horny.
Aye, she's all sorts of horny. Maybe you should go take care of her. I hear you guys like to do that.
Alex just kind of scowls at him. You hear too much.
Aye, man, I hear far too much sometimes. But it's all good. We just keep it between us as friends.
Yeah. Friends. She just kind of slowly turns and starts walking out.
Saoirse stays behind for a moment to talk with him. So how well do you know Alana?
Oh, I met her a long time ago. Maybe 200 years ago. When she first came down here to New Orleans.
Wow. That's a long time.
Aye, man. She was quite a woman. She helped with so much around here.
Well, She is quite a woman. You probably already know, but I'm a professor at the college here.
Aye, ancient history if I remember right.
Aye, that's correct. It's my favorite subject.
Not surprising knowing who your sire is. I can't wait until you hear about all your family.
Well, if you ever need anything, you let me know.
Oh, I keep you in mind, darling. You go have fun with your friends, though. I know you guys have got a lot to do.
Aye, that would do. We can try and find out who's attacked the prince.
Just be careful, man. Aye.
Aye, that we will. It was a pleasure to meet you. I hope to see you again soon.
Certainly, child, certainly.
And she will walk out and go try and uh, find Sasha and Alex.
Kids always have so much to do, they don't realize they have all the time in the world.
If you're looking for Sasha, Sasha's kind of. You see her looking a bit nervous at the people on the wall. She wants to feed, but there's something. Like, you see a bit of fear creeping up into her eyes as she looks kind of decisively nervous. She's all for fun and games, but it kind of. Alex will know this hits a bit too close for home. She kind of stands there, kind of awkwardly, not in the seductive pose. She kind of stands with her hands behind her back, kind of just looking very nervous.
Alex comes up behind Sasha, putting her hands around her waist. Don't look at them.
Yeah. You know, he loved me, Alex. Really did.
Mm. I think we should get out of here very quickly, Sasha. I don't like the voodoo he keeps talking about.
She kind of smiles. Who do you voodoo, bitch?
He pulls that shit on me, I'm gonna rip his head off. Oh, did I say that out loud?
She kind of turns to with your kind of hands on her hips. You can't do that.
No, I can do whatever I want. It's more, will I?
Sasha kind of barks at you, kind of like a dog.
Kinda like that.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect example.
I didn't know you could go wolf.
I'm learning. I watch you shake around in your white fluff every now and again.
As Alex just, like, kind of takes your hand and starts leading you out.
She Sasha kind of looks back at Saoirse, kind of just. She gives this meaningful look. It's like she can't feed you.
What can I say? I like doggy style.
So gross. She kind of smiles to herself.
Yeah, and she just starts walking towards the door to get out.
Saoirse comes out. Well, shall we go to this clinic?
Mm. Yeah, there might be some people who are coming down or coming up, going in, so I can get that.
Aye.
Do you want to go on my
Maybe.
motorbike? Wants to go on my motorbike? She kind of has this like swinging the keys, kind of very sort of like biting her lip at the same time.
I go shotgun.
Alex, I've got my car, so you two go ahead. I'll meet you there.
Sasha blows you a kiss and starts skipping down towards where her motorbike is.
Let's say that.
Saoirse pretends to catch it and pull it to her heart very dramatically. And gives her a wink.
Alex just kind of looks at you like confused as fuck, like, this isn't a Disney movie. You don't have to be over dramatic.
Sasha likes it when I am.
Alex just kind of turns to Sash, it's like, over dramatic. Okay.
So yeah, kind of Sasha's kind of lying back as she bends back on the seat before Alex gets on it. Are you getting on, or are you just gonna stand there staring at me all day?
She stands there staring at you for a couple more seconds. It's like, why do I always have to ride, bitch?
Because you are my bitch. And she winks at you. And she brings
Oh,
herself
dear.
back up. Oh no, seriously?
Okay, good. She kind of scowls at you when you say that, and then just gets on the bike without saying anything.
Honey, don't be mad. She kind of gives you a kiss in the cheek and she starts zooming basically down the street.
Saoirse gets to her car and heads over to meet them at the clinic.
And you arrive a short while later on the outskirts of the poorer areas of New Orleans. And you see a small clinic. It says Starlight Clinic. And you see a few people walking out and heading to the bus stop nearby as you arrive.
Sasha's off first. She kind of slides off the bike and putting her helmet down on by it then, and she takes just a glance around then, see who's outside or anything like that.
You see the mother and son walking towards the bus stop that just came out of the clinic, and that's about it at the moment. You see two cars other than your guys' vehicles parked in the small parking lot.
Well, this place is quaint.
No leather, no loud music. Bus people, I like it down here.
Well, shall we go in and see who's in there?
Yeah. Although she kind of is cocking her head at the mother as well, who's with the. You guys go ahead.
She gives a quizzical look to Sasha.
She's licking her lips, kind of looking at the woman.
She's got a child, Sasha.
I can lure her away. Fine.
From her child. Really?
Don't worry, I'll get the kid.
No. We could take care of him. Okay.
No.
I won't know. Okay. He just sighs and kind of strides in towards the clinic.
You know, she's probably doped up on cough medicine right now. Huh. That's a nice high. Oh well. Alex starts walking into the clinic.
Saoirse's satisfied with her being able to talk Sasha out of feeding off of a mother with a small child and heads into the clinic as well.
Inside, you see a woman in nurse's scrubs behind the desk. She's got short blonde hair and a name tag on. And she sees you come in and she says, "Can I help you?"
Hi, we're here to speak with Ms. Collins.
Can I ask what this is in regards to?
She kind of looks to Sasha to see if she wants to take over this conversation.
She kind of sits down. Miss Collins is a really, really good friend of mine, and I was looking to get her help with some stuff because Sasha starts like scratching her arms and stuff. I just need somebody to talk to, really. Miss Collins came recommended.
Well,
These
she's
two are
not a
horny.
psychiatrist.
I know, it's
Like,
just...
horny. Oh, you're the people that he called about.
See, direct approach always works.
Just take a seat. I'll let her know that you're here. She gets
Alex,
up and goes into the back and disappears.
Alex takes a seat.
So does Saoirse.
Sasha kind of stands there, kind of looking decisively annoyed at herself that Alex is one-upping her and everything.
See, Sasha, sometimes you just gotta skip the bullshit.
How many times has the bullshit saved your ass?
Well, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying sometimes you gotta skip it.
And the nurse comes back out and she says, "Dr. Collins will see you now." And she gestures for you guys to go through the door.
Saoirse stands up and starts walking that way, looking back to see if Sasha and Alex are following.
Sasha does kind of slightly more downtrodden than she normally is. She kind of just like, yeah, whatever, let's go.
Yeah, Alex is just right behind.
And she takes you to an office in the back. And inside you see an attractive woman. She's got dark hair, sunglasses on. She says, "Good evening. So I hear you guys are looking for information. Is that right?"
Yeah, we are.
"Well, what can I help you with?"
She kind of sits down in front of Dr. Collins as she kind of crosses her legs and kind of leans in. We're looking for the Anarchs.
"Oh, those folk. Okay, yeah." She leans over to a filing cabinet. She pulls it open. She flips through. She pulls out a folder. Which ones do you want?
All of them.
Oh,
All of the big boys and big girls who like to run around leading them because, well, they attacked the prince, so
they
we gotta
did.
find out. Well, it seems to be them. They tried to attack his car about just off Elysium.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. Then she pulls out 2 pieces of paper out of the file and sets them down. Those are the 2 that are in charge as far as I'm aware.
She kind of takes them, smiling warmly. I must say, You're really nice. Yeah. Really, really
I
nice.
try to be.
Saoirse looks at her and... Why are you wearing sunglasses?
She glances up and making sure the door is closed, and she pulls them down so that she's just peeking over them. And you see this blue light emanating from her eyes.
Oh,
Oh.
Are you in with the voodoo shit too?
No, not like symmetry, but I can do other stuff.
oh. You're so pretty. Really.
Aye, that they are. Very pretty.
And you hear a scratching at the door behind you.
Hmm?
What's that?
And she looks over at the clock. Oh, it's dinner time. Would you mind opening the door for me?
Sure. Saoirse opens the door.
And you see this massive ferret. It's probably 4 feet long in the body.
That's the biggest ferret I've ever seen.
And you hear Jennifer start squeaking at it, and it starts squeaking back at her, and it scampers in around you and heads over towards her.
How do you do that? Only we do that. She looks back to Alex.
Yeah. How did you... You can do that.
Well, yeah, you can. I don't know, I've always been able to.
Hey,
Interesting.
I'd say Gangrel love you.
That's why I'm on the outskirts of town. It helps keeps good relations.
Aye. Well, I know I like her. And she winks at Sasha.
Maybe you and your ferret can come visit me and Alex. Smiles.
Maybe if I have time. We tend to be quite busy at the clinic, so I don't get a lot of time to go out.
Does your ferret have a name?
Yes, Sophie.
She bends down to kind of pet Sophie. Hi, Sophie.
And she chitters at the ferret, and the ferret looks up at her, and then looks up at you, and kind of nuzzles into your hand.
Saoirse smiles and she gives her a good rub down.
Is there anything else you guys need, or?
How many anarchs are there? Roughly.
17 last I counted.
Okay. That's all I need.
Do you know where we can get blood? Kind of whispered. I'm really hungry.
I do. What kind of blood do you want?
Something with a little bit of a kick to it.
A little bit of a kick. Okay. What kind of kick are you wanting?
Cocaine. She kind of looks at Alex and with the biggest smile then on her face.
Cocaine. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, hold on. And she gets up and leaves the room. And Sophie goes to eating from a bowl that's behind the desk.
Sasha, I thought you gave up that shit.
I need to have it. I need to. She kind of looks down kind of guiltily, kind of not wanting to explain in front of Saoirse. I just need it.
I wonder if she has some for me. That could be fun.
We could share.
Cocaine's the one that makes you really fucking hyper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see Alex just kind of smile and drift off to the side a little bit. Like she's definitely thinking about something.
Saoirse takes Sasha's hand and it's okay.
She, the moment you take Sasha's hand, she intertwines it with yours. I'm fine, darling. I just need it.
I understand. It's okay. I'm not judging you or anything.
Mm-hmm. Just, you really did love me. Sure. You really did. She kind of looks down, kind of very guiltily then.
She will then wrap Sasha in a hug.
She is kind of odd about it. It squeezes her, but she kind of doesn't know how to react, so she kind of does the awkward salmon hug where she's just trying to hug you, but kind of, she's not wanting to kind of show that much emotion in front of, like, this is not private in Sasha's mind, so she's kind of just trying to be cool and connected. It's just she awkwardly salmon hugs you then, and then kind of looks a bit kind of shy then, all of a sudden.
Saoirse notices the tension and she'll make the hug quick, but she'll give Sasha a look that's meant to be reassuring.
She smiles shyly.
And about this time, the door opens, and Dr. Collins comes back in, and she has a bag of blood and says, it may be a little chilled because we keep it chilled so that it lasts longer, but that should help you not feel hungry.
She kind of just almost slithers over towards Dr. Collins and just takes it, but like touches her hand as well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Try to help. That's what I do.
She plants her a quick peck on the cheek and then kind of turns to Alex all excited, kind of going, I've got the cocaine, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you see Alex, she's still in that kind of like dream state where she's just staring at a wall, just like, huh.
Here, honey. She kind of slides the blood pack kind of open and just offers it to her very slightly first. Here.
It's got cocaine in
Mm-hmm.
it. Bottoms up. She just kind of takes it and probably drinks like a quarter of it.
Sasha kind of slurps on it like she's doing it like a slush puppy, but she kind of looks over at Saoirse, kind of still with the thing in her mouth, kind of going, "Do you want some?"
Nay, you go ahead.
Okay. Kind of, although she does playfully kind of get a bit of blood on her mouth and kind of just literally just tap it onto Saoirse's lips and then just downs the rest of it.
Saoirse smiles and kind of licks the little bit off of her lips.
Now you get some of it. She winks as she begins to stride out. Suddenly, yeah, she's suddenly a lot more confident you've ever seen her. She kind of just strides out, kind of just, like arms kind of flailing as well, how confident she is.
Can we go kill Anarchs now?
Do try to find some way other than killing them. They're not all bad people.
Well, I plan to just talk for now, but I know what Alex wants.
Oh, I'm not that obvious, am I?
Nay, I just know you. I know what you're looking for. In due time, I promise.
I'll get him. I'll get them all. You'll see. She just kind of turns and starts walking out.
When you get out, Sasha's by her bike, kind of bouncing. You know, it's come on. As she kind of leaps on the bike, but she's almost kind of like gyrating it as well. Like she is excited and she is kind of like, like basically on the level. She's just kind of gyrating and going, "Who wants to get on with me?"
Well, I don't want to leave my car here, so Alex, you can go.
I can't drive anyway, so. She just kind of walks over and just gets on the bike.
Uh, Sasha blows seriously another kiss, except it's much more sloppily done this time as she just zooms away in incredible speed, just kind of bursts out of the clinic driveway.
Saoirse smiles and shakes her head, and goes over to her car and gets in to head over to wherever they're going.
And where are they going? I don't think they ever discussed that. They never even looked at the addresses. They're just driving. Interesting. Driving off into the night.
Well, I know that Sasha did state that she looked at the paper, so she probably did get an address.
And she looked at the paper. Did she keep the paper, or did Sasha keep the paper?
Sasha did keep the papers in her jacket.
Well, in that case, Sasha's driving off into the night, high as a kite, and Saoirse's trying to remember an address. Can she roll me intelligence, please? Miss Saoirse? You looked at the paper, but we'll see if you...
Nope.
So you think you was... you think you're... No, you really don't remember. You saw him, but whatever it was, it's kind of... Maybe it was that little bit of cocaine that just fuzzed your brain. Who knows?
Probably. Oh, shit. um... Yeah, Saoirse's just trying to follow Sasha.
Can you both roll me Dex Drive then, please?
Oh, they should be good.
One because you're high as a kite, the other because you're trying to keep up with someone who's high as a kite.
They should be good now. Oh, it'd be even more fucking funny because Sasha has no
What?
drive.
What?
Oh, this should be
How-
so good.
Sasha doesn't have drive and she rides a motorcycle. How the fuck does that even happen?
Oh my god. Oh.
Well, Sasha's not sure how, but she kept it up and she stayed out of the water. But she's just driving and she's going fast and she's... And Saoirse's following along. She's keeping up with her, but she's being much smarter about how she's driving and where she's going. Taking the corners at reasonable speeds instead of nearly sliding off into the swamp.
And Saoirse, you see Alex actually has her legs wrapped around Sasha's waist and she's just throwing her arms up.
Saoirse's trying not to laugh. She's trying to keep up with this person who is high as a fucking kite. Um,
And you start getting outside of town, and you're just driving. You recognize a road, Sasha. Leads off to the right, off the road you're on.
Tasha's going to do her best attempt at Fast and the Furious on a motorcycle, so she's going to just turn dramatically, kind of as like, you could probably see her just
Let's
feeling the
drive.
gravel. Next drive, here we go again.
Oh fuck! Don't
Ready
kill
your
me,
fortitude.
please.
Your fortitude, here we go. Oh, does 8 count? Because if it does,
8 does
we
count too.
Oh, yes.
Barely, but it counts. And Sasha somehow makes this corner pretty sharply. Saoirse, you see her just almost cut a sharp right. And she goes onto this road, and it's a lot less well paved.
Saoirse's going to. She probably missed the corner, so she's gonna back up. She's gonna like slam on the brakes and back up to go down this road. Do I need to roll for that?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a pretty quiet stretch of road. And Sasha, you're driving down this, and you see things are starting to look familiar. You've been here before. And then you see a building. Well, what's left of it, it's been burned. You can tell that it used to be quite a old plantation home. Little outbuilding on the side. This was your sire's home.
Sasha kind of in her panic immediately, kind of Alex watches, the bike just screeches kind of very violently tall. Probably jerking them both forward, I'd say.
Oh yeah, Alex isn't holding on. She's just still got her legs wrapped around your waist. So, now you're gonna want me to roll something in case I fly off the bike.
Dex Athletics, and she...
Yeah.
Actually, make it Strength Athletics since you're holding on.
Shit.
Yeah, I'll probably have to do that as well.
Oh yeah. It's 2, if they count.
Yep.
So yeah, as you come to us, Alex just kind of almost launches herself over you.
Oh yeah, you guys managed to stay on the bike, but yeah, you realize you're at your sire's old house before he died.
Why are we here?
See you dress. Look, she kind of furfles into her jacket and hands the paper. Her hand's kind of shaking, both from fright and the cocaine.
Alex just takes it and looks at it and checks the address.
Both of the addresses are back in town.
Look, I don't know the town too well, but these are in the town.
But that's not. Sasha looks decidedly confused as she looks around. I am. Well, I thought.
And you hear a car pulling up behind you.
Saoirse stops and gets out in the middle of the road. She doesn't care to pull over to the side. She just stops and gets out.
It's a dirt road at this point, so there's no side or anything.
Okay. And she walks up to Sasha and Alex. Is this where we're supposed to go?
No. No. This is wrong.
Saoirse has a confused look on her face. What is this place?
When you say that, you see kind of a twitch with Alex. Huh, they burned it all down.
Yeah. Sasha's gonna self-control to keep herself from crying. 4. Oh yeah, Jesus. Resolution of steel from Sasha. So she kind of, you see Alex will notice because she knows Sasha's mannerism. She'll just see a flicker of her twisting her head. And, yeah, they burned it all down.
Saoirse, I'm gonna roll perception empathy on Sasha to gauge her emotional state. 5. Nope. She doesn't get anything from her.
That's completely fine.
Yeah.
On cocaine, that's all.
Yeah, so she what was this place?
This was the last known residence of John Harley Matheson. Alex just kind of turns to Saoirse. Our sire.
Hi. I'm sorry.
Best thing was I wasn't even in the city when it happened.
Saoirse kind of takes a look around. I'm sure she probably can't see a whole lot in the dark, but
She could if she wanted to.
okay. Perception alertness. Oh, actually, no. All she has to do is let's see, make sure. Yeah, she's got Protean too. So yeah, she'll activate Eyes of the Beast.
You see a burned out old Victorian manor house. You see another small building off to the right side that doesn't look to have been burned. And
Any movement or anything? Anyone hanging out here?
no. Roll perception alertness, difficulty 9.
2 successes.
You notice a strange pile near the front of the house.
Saoirse will walk towards it and investigate.
It looks like a pile of ash.
Oh. She bends down to look at it.
Yeah, it's definitely ash. There doesn't seem to be any blood or anything mixed with it, and it's not the same kind of ash that's from the burned buildings.
Is there anything nearby that she could like scoop the ashes up in to sort of keep them?
Let's find out. As soon as next stream gets there, we go. Yes.
Cool. She will then go to work putting the ashes in whatever this is that she can put them in.
It is a Broken glass bottle.
Broken glass bottle. Okay. Well, she'll put as many of them in there as she can. And she'll walk back towards Alex and Sasha.
Alex is just kind of blankly staring up at the house.
That's just kind of huddled by her bike. She doesn't want to look at it.
Um, she says, I found these. Not sure if you'd want them. As she kind of holds the ashes out to Sasha.
She looks up and kind of. She looks to Alex quite panicked. Like, it's. I I don't. No, I. Yeah, she kind of goes numb and kind of does kind of basically stuttering kind of for the first time. It's actually kind of left speechless.
Alex just kind of just puts her hand out, just still blankly staring towards the manor.
Saoirse hands Alex the broken glass bottle with ashes in it.
Huh. And she just turns it upside down, tipping them all out. You see, the only reason we're still here today is because we got lucky. He used to feed on all the kindred he, well, embraced.
That's horrible.
Basically, in other words, he was a grade A asshole, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, no sense in sticking around then. Why don't we just go?
Yeah, Sasha kind of keeps that when she's talking about feeding on other kindred and we embrace. Well, Sasha starts. Well, she keeps it in, but she starts shaking quite violent.
That doesn't mean to say I'm gonna murder every last fucking anarch I get my hands on.
Yeah, come on, we get in the car. I can drive. I can leave my bike here. I'll come back.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Who's gonna rob my bike? Kind of adds with a bit of menace.
I mean, are you sure you want to come back here to get it?
Hmm.
How big is the bike? Is it a motorcycle or is it just like a little dirt bike?
Dirt bike.
It can probably
It's a
fit
dirt
in the
bike.
trunk of it could probably fit in the trunk of Saoirse's car then. Saoirse will say, well, as she looks at the bike and she looks at her car, actually, probably fits it in the trunk if you want.
Okay. She kind of nods.
She goes to open the trunk of the car, and there's really nothing in there. Maybe just a couple of steaks.
Sasha, if she can, she wouldn't know. She's going to try and take one. If we have to roll for that.
If you're trying to be sneaky about it, then yeah.
Sneaky. What am I rolling?
Dex larceny since it's sleight of hand.
Dex larceny. Okay. All right, one. Whew.
Perception alertness, please, Miss Saoirse.
Yeah, she's successful.
He
So
quickly,
Sasha slides the bike in. As she pulls her hands out, she brings it out with a stake and pockets it.
yeah, kind of very happy with herself and kind of smiles warmly. Thank you.
Hi, you're welcome. All right, let's get in and you got the addresses, right?
She takes them off Alex and kind of shoves them in. Literally shoves them into your face. You know, they kind of actually smash kind of the top of your right forehead.
She'll slightly jerk back. Okay then. Right. Well, she takes them and gets into the car.
Alex kind of probably lies down on the back seat, kind of like her skirt kind of riding up as she's kind of just leaning back, kind of just enjoying the effect of the high.
Yeah, Alex is just basically lying on top of you.
Saoirse just kind of shakes her head and looks at one of the addresses on the papers.
All right, you look at one of the addresses.
And then she probably knows where to go. I'm sure she's lived in the city for quite a while, so. Would you like me to roll intelligence to make sure?
No, that's okay. You guys begin driving back to town. And as you're doing so, that's where this prelude will end.